Hey, Scrap and Ames fans, welcome back. I have a 12 by 12 layout for you, a cut file video. This gorgeous heart cut file, can't talk. Now, I've already backed it here with, I cannot think of the paper now. Nah, it's gone from my head. Oh, is it crepe paper? Oh, I feel it's new to my stash. Anyway, it's gone from my head for the moment and I don't know if it will come back to me right now. Anyway, but I did use a sort of knockoff version of Basil Marshmallow cardstock, but it's that off-white kind of colour, which kind of makes it stand out a little bit more than normal, which I kind of like on this paper. So it's this pretty certain it's crepe paper. Actually, the 12 by 12 background paper is a crepe paper one. It's the Hooray collection. I've just recently begun adding it to my stash. I did a bit of a scrapbook.com order a little while back. I think the haul video is on here. So I started making that collection. Or is it the crepe paper or heart? Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you do videos and then you don't get to editing them and you've completely forgotten what you use. I usually try and show you the branding strips because I know me and I know that I forget these things, and I didn't. I stopped doing that in my videos because I'd be like, oh, Max, okay, I will remember, and here I haven't. So I do apologise. I don't remember which collection it is. It's one of those two, but it's new. Anyway, but yes, so I've recently added those. But yes, this gorgeous heart cut file. I backed with some of these papers. It did make it tricky because of the very busy base background pattern paper. I didn't realise the challenge that it would create for me, I guess, because not only do you have all these sort of patterns happening, the geometric kind of pattern happening, you then have sort of the colours intermixed into that, and it sort of makes you go, wow. So adding a cut file to that was a bit fun, a bit tricky, a bit interesting. Well, for me it was anyway. So I kind of had to be a little bit handy with my backing of my cut file. So anyway, so I'm adding in some doilies here to back my photos, and I trimmed one photo down to cut off the sort of excess negative space on one of them, and make them fit in a little bit. I didn't want to lose. I loved the little pockets of pattern on the cut file. Like you've got that big pattern in the middle of the floral, but then you've got these other little funky hearts, and then one spot that says love, and I just really liked those details. So I didn't want to lose those, so I cut that photo down too for that reason. We have photos here of my nephew's christening last year. When was it? I think it was probably about 12 months ago. I feel it might have been April, but I could be wrong. No, it's April. So yes. It is for his album. I'm so way behind in getting his album done, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. But yeah, so yeah, it is the Hooray collection because I'm using these big word thicker chipboard pieces that go with it. Yes, just so I remember. But yeah, so I'm using the shape of the heart to make my title as such. I was a bit stuck on what to do, being that it was a christening one. So it's obviously not your traditional sort of baptism, christening kind of themed papers, which I do have some in my stash, but I didn't want to go with that. I really want to just crack into this collection a bit because it's been sitting there. I've had it, as I said, for a little while now, and I haven't really been using it. So I was like, what's the point in buying it if I'm just going to hoard it, which I know we do as crafters, but I'm trying not to. So yeah, so I decided to create my title that way. I thought just adds a little bit of something different. And then I'm using some of my lovely Inky Quill Patreon printables here. I'm a Patreon peep of hers. Just trying to use some of those up. Oh, I think I do. Yeah, some of her words here on my page as well. It's a bit of a stash diving, busting kind of layout as well. I really wanted to, or had to be, I felt careful with this layout not to go too over the top with embellishments. I just felt it looked really busy with that geometric pattern. Even looking at it now, I'm like, whoa, make sure, don't go crazy here, girl. I don't know how you feel looking at the page. I know my eyes can be really funny with patterns, whether it's just my vision kind of thing. Not adding too much was really a goal, and that's part of the reason I think I added the doilies as well, just to break those photos between the cut file and the pattern paper, but also to try and add a little bit of softness into the page, just that break, as opposed to adding more pattern paper and more color, more patterns, all those sorts of things. I just wanted that break. I was really conscious that it was just overload on the eyes. But actually let me know what you think in the comments. If did your eyes sort of go with this pattern paper like wowza, or was it okay for you? That's a bit curious, I guess, because I obviously didn't create the pattern paper, but did adding the cut file to this pattern paper, did you think, was it like too much, or was it a bit of a bold move, or was it okay, I guess? So some of these are the printables I said about that you get being one of I'm one of Inky Quill's Patreons. So I just fussy cut those out, and I'm just adding those on. So that little label in the middle as well, I thought was just perfect to tuck in, and I'm going to use that to journal on. And then some little sentiment phrase type pieces as well. I'm just going to find a little spots for those around the page. A nice black and white, so they're not, again, any more colour added to the page. They're fairly neutral. Not going to, be sort of bam in your face. And we've just had International Scrapbooking Day pass. I hope everyone got some fun out of it all and some crafty fun. I saw some really awesome things happening across all the different Instagram pages and Facebook pages and YouTube channels, and I didn't get to tune into many of the YouTube things happening. I'm hoping maybe I can catch up on those, for any that are going across the week or whatever. But there was some that had some great giveaways and, those sorts of things happening, and just lots and lots of fun. It was really awesome to see. So I, on the other hand, didn't get I got a little bit done. I was really not very well with some kind of throat thing. So in the end, it was kind of ended up being a much needed rest day for me after a big long week at work being not well. So I went to our local Kaiser Crafts grand opening, which was pretty cool, and then come home and crashed, and so was sent to rest at my craft room desk, and that's where I did a couple of things, and that was good. Worked on some wedding stuff, and which was actually really needed, but it was really good. Downloaded some of the cut files I saw and brought some cut files, and that was my scrapbooking day. So I'm kind of it's not too bad. So I guess kind of being unwell was a bonus, I guess, in a way. I'm still trying to clear the voice, but I hope you guys that are watching got up to some good things, got some little crafty time, whatever that might have been, even if it was just kicking back watching some crafty videos or getting some inspiration. That's still class, as fun. So now I have just pulled out here, I think this is actually a Project Life like mini core kit that I found. It's one of the newer ones, like I think it's like Lullaby or something it's called, I think. And it is new. There was 2 of them, and I brought one of the older ones, and then I found this one, and it's the nicer one of the 2, and it's got like foiling and everything on some of the pieces, and yes, so I actually ended up buying this one as well. So I have kind of 2 of them because I really like this one better. So I'm using that here as well, just to add some really pretty little touches, baby type touches to it. And then I'm coming in here with some more textural type pieces. So I've got a Charms Creations Blue Star. And then what else do I use? I think I add some acrylic pieces from my little box of acrylic pieces at the top here. What else do I add? Thinking. What do I get from this box here? A box of sparkly goodies here. Oh, I might get a little bow out, actually. Oh. What have I got here? Some more acrylic hearts. See, now I do think I'm looking at it going, maybe I did start to go a little bit embellishment crazy. I couldn't help myself. But it doesn't look too bad. I did pull up a little bit on these acrylic pieces and things. I did have a whole heap out, and I do remember pulling back a little bit for a couple of reasons. I didn't want to go over the top, and I didn't want them to look too, for lack of a better word here, a bit too girly. I was starting to begin to choose pieces that were really big, like flowers and those sorts of things. I was like, no, that's just going over the top. So now I am coming in with my Kaiser Gold Shimmer Spray just to add some gorgeous sparkle to it. And I think my project here, or my layout here, is completed. I have some lovely close-ups for you at the end, but again, thank you so much for tuning in. I do plan to have another video for you, which will be a lengthy one, coming up towards the end of the week. It should be a double page spread layout, 12 by 12 layouts, so 2 side by side, which is, I think, the first time I've ever done one. So it was very new to me as such. So stay tuned for that one. I think that one I'm going to schedule for Thursday or Friday is the plan. So there'll be this one coming up, and then there'll be, that one. So as I said, that one will be a bit longer. But so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.